Good morning.
Yes, good morning and welcome to Breakfast Daily Weekend.
Right here on Channel 1 TV, I am in Osafo. I'm sure you've missed me. Anna, what's it saying?
well, if they haven't missed you, I missed you.
Good.
So I was very excited when I saw you back.
Remember, this show is always live and interactive, so you can send your WhatsApp messages to the number 0204 447-033, 0204-447-033. Alternatively, you can use our social media channels and you can hashtag Breakfast Daily Weekend and we will read your messages right here on the show. We're in dull colors because, today is Daddy Lumba's funeral.
Yeah.
He's finally going to be laid to rest.
Yeah.
My question to you, our viewers, is what do you make of all the, brouhaha surrounding Daddy Lumba's death, court this, side chick that, wife this, children that? Just send those messages to 0204-447-033 and you will read them right here on the show. Quick, how are you doing?
I'm well. It's a somber morning in more ways than one, but in traditional terms, yes, a legend who goes home today. But I'm particularly saddened by all that has happened, which in many ways were very much unnecessary, for it to happen. And one begins to just wonder if people hold their own interests and agendas above, that of the greater interest, of Daddy Lumba was not just a family person. He belonged to Ghana.
He belonged to Ghana.
He belonged to Africa. Look at his status, and we have done everything we can to sully his image and his grandeur and his status, and it's difficult, and I just think about it and I ask myself, who are we as Ghanaians really? I mean, who are we? That a man of this magnitude goes home and we can't even put aside our indifferences, and the little bickerings here and there. And you realize that, I mean, for me, I have a conspiracy theory, honestly. I have a conspiracy theory. My conspiracy theory is that some people have their agenda and it serves their interest to stoke the flames, of division.
Right.
Listen, my dad passed 2 years ago, and somebody, how do you say it in Chi? And gave me inside filler.
Heads up.
That's Charlie. Listen, do this in this way, because if you don't, some things may go awry. And by the grace of God, I can say that everything went really smoothly according to plan. There were no, but I could see what they meant, and I've seen families have all kinds of
Why is it that happens? When someone dies is when people are coming to show their prowess and media. Yes, there's a thing in Akan that we say ebusia dofu or something like that. But sometimes we take it a bit too far.
Yes. So our traditional laws, right, which are part of the Constitution, say that the body of the deceased belongs to the ancestral family from which he came.
Right.
Right. It doesn't belong to the immediate family that he's created. Do you get it?
Yeah.
So, and this is in our Constitution, under the customary aspect of our Constitution, right? So, it was basically a way to marry what existed already before 1992, or even before the 1960s when the original constitutions were made, right? It was just a way of marrying what we did before we became independent as a nation, to just so that there's no disconnect between the various practices we had and the new direction we wanted to go as an independent nation. Now, what has happened is that yes, the family, the corpse of the deceased does belong to the family and will go back to its ancestral home. However, it's brought this modern division, as it were. It's not really a division, but it's like it brings issues for argument and people to fight. That why is it that he lived with us? We knew him. We didn't see any of you all through the years. You were never you were not even talking to him. You two were fighting with him when he was alive. All those arguments that come up, right?
Yes.
And many times the children and the most recent spouses are the ones that see the latest activities that have happened in his existence. So it's fresh in the memory.
Yeah.
So when he dies, then they remember the Abba. But wait, hold on a second. Who are you? Now, and it's like, hey, you don't know me? How you don't know me?
How do you not know
go and
me?
ask about me.
Yeah.
And then now the family members begin to rise up and say, Bisawe, or it's a whole lot of things that come up, and people find the opportunity there to show that they are also relevant members of the family. Then there's the financial issues.
Yeah.
Because if the
Busia never has money, it's always up to the kids and the immediate family.
So I I thought it was interesting because, you know, we used to have this show. Well, I mean, we have this show called A Question of Law.
Yeah.
And one of the conversations we had one time was ownership of dead bodies, funerals and ownership of dead bodies. It was a very fascinating conversation. And I found that conversation quite interesting in the sense that, yes, the body belongs to the corpse, but the corpse belongs to the family. But almost all the time, the family has no burden to spend money to bury the person. So if you have ownership, deal with it. That's what I say. If you want to claim ownership, then deal with it.
But they never do.
Because the practice also is that Emma Nesi Eja.
So then give the body to Emma. Then everybody will go to their own. Then the law needs to be changed.
There's a lot of shenanigans that's in there.
Laws need to be changed because
do you see that?
What we've done to
so if you're making us the children
it's
bear
bad.
the responsibility of burying our father, but you say you own the corpse.
Yeah.
Why the disconnect?
Doesn't make sense.
Did you get it? Yeah. And in a matrilineal setting, the children are their mother's children, not our son's children.
Yeah.
Do you get it? So then it's a whole lot of things. Honestly, if I hadn't experienced the death of my father, there's a lot of these things that would have been very distant from me.
Yeah. You wouldn't have known.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah,
well, then Lumba goes home today, and as and when we'll go to Kumasi to the Heroes Park, Baba Yara Sports Stadium, and see for ourselves what's happening there. Let me bring you some of the headlines in our papers this weekend. The Spectator, your weekend companion, all set for Maiden Reefer Awards. And if you remember, we had them here on the show where they spoke about the Maiden Awards. We mentioned some of the categories that would be awarded at the event this evening. Other stories you'll find on The Spectator. Don't abandon cancer treatment. Complement it with prayers. Reverend Professor Che urges patience. On the back page, Ghana can dare to dream. Can Kotoko hearts bounce back? A question for the gods. I have the Daily Graphic Weekend Special. After months of tussle, finally, Lumba goes home today. Applicants failed to meet 2 million Ghana cedis condition. I've never seen the court reconvene so quickly.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah.
Law on Okada legalization passed. That story is on page 13 of the Daily Graphic. Daily Graphic back page, the sports segment, Ghana's fate in 2026 World Cup after draw. Right, quickly,
it's going to be interesting.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, very interesting.
The Daily Guide says the court clears path for Daddy Lumba's funeral today. We also have Abutrika grabbed for $8 million romance scam. 6 die in gory crash. Very unfortunate one there. And that's what the Daily Guide has for us on the front page. On the back page, it says, Onslaught rules out Salah exit, and the drama continues. The drama that began after the Liverpool Leeds draw, and then Mohamed Salah went, running his mouth on some issues, and Charlie, it's not easy. GFA Southern Sector Elite Academy commences full operations. We have FA urge to press FIFA over World Cup ticket prices. Okay, why the prices are they too much, or what's the issue here? Anyway, the story is in there. Okay, we have Football for Girls initiative gains ground in Upper West region. That's it for the Daily Guide. The Mirror says a lifetime of impact. KNUST honors Kwabena Amponsa with doctorate. And we have low condom use among young people in the Volta region disheartening. And I think it's
Ghana AIDS Commission.
I think it's low condom use across the country, really.
Yeah, because I think they said
Volta region is not a low. Volta region is definitely not a low.
I think you need to bring back. You remember that commercial that they used to play, ABCs of abstinence, condom usage, and then
back in 2013, I was actually working at a different place, and I actually had a whole year campaign with the Ghana AIDS Commission.
Yeah.
So I am very familiar with the whole entire program that they were running and how much impact that made. It brought all the numbers you don't want high came down very nicely, and things were working well.
Yeah.
But then
I think now people aren't so scared of HIV. They're like, oh, you can take your medicine and live. But STDs are also there. We're not hammering on that. So I think the Ghana AIDS Commission, together with the Ghana Health Service and all other stakeholders, just need to come together. And campaign about
seriously,
condom usage, being faithful, abstinence.
UNAIDS, Ghana AIDS Commission, all the different people that are
need to come together.
In this space.
And it's not just in the world.
No, at all. This headline here is interesting. Beware of I don't have CDs bloggers.
Oh yeah, it's a season of in it. Are you right? Are you okay? You're right. Are you okay? In it funny about December.
No, wait, you have to tell me a little bit more about this because I don't have CDs, no.
In December, if you go out, every man you meet is from the UK. I think it's the easiest accent to imitate.
Yeah.
So it's always
everybody puts some accent.
You're right. UK, are you good, love? You need something, love. They never have CDs on them because they're either paying with their Visa card or some app on their phone.
And a flex.
Fake bogus. So the ladies, be careful. In it for number. You don't know whether this in it is proper in it or Ghana in it.
No, but it's very interesting because I think the whole thing started from the year of return, There's this whole influx at December time.
Yeah, but it's been there since.
I think it's been there, but there was
the numbers have increased.
The numbers have really shot up.
And now, everybody wants to come to Dirty December, to experience the whole thing. But we don't take care. Our neighbors want to take the dirty from us.
Charlie, but you see, it's like everything. If we don't stamp our authority properly on it, because it's an easy one, and so if you don't do the infrastructure right, if you don't do the logistics right, if you don't do the accessibility and those kinds of things correctly and everything else, it's very easy to mimic and it's very easy to copy. So. It's up to us. I mean, it's our thing, and for what? And for 5 years, 6 years, we've been running this thing quite comfortably, So it's up to us to just stamp our authority properly on it and own it, so that it's a Ghana thing. But
I saw our brothers, they have done some video of, the do's and the don'ts of their Dirty December. And I'm like, but where's our own? What are we doing? It's like the whole, energy of our Dirty December has died down. I'm not hearing enough about it.
So remember that during the last administration, almost every year, towards December, there was a theme.
Yes.
And then there was not just a theme, there was a whole foreign affairs government initiative that you would see some government personnel or persons headlined with some actors, Hollywood people, others who were. So there was always headlines of this year. One or two plus extras are coming. This year, these other ones are also coming. There was always that. But it seems to have gone down, and this is where the opening becomes very easy for other people to jump in, and take advantage of it.
And our brothers too, they're aggressive.
They are aggressive like something.
They are aggressive. The only thing that doesn't favor them is the security in their country, but Charlie.
And in the end, they can't do anything about it.
The security in their country.
No, they are light.
Yeah, they're light.
They are light.
We'll be in your hotel now, Fwing. I wonder if they also have people who, say I don't have naira.
No, but they are flex people, though.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, they are flex
They don't
people.
mind.
They don't mind.
They don't mind.
They
spend.
It. Oh yeah, they will spend. They spend.
It's not our
our type of.
a Ghanaian in it.
No, so yeah, December is going to be fun. It's going to.
It is going to be fun. Let's quickly go through the online portals. Channel1newsonline.com. Legalization will end police harassment. Okada riders. Okada riders, legalization is a victory after a decade-long fight. I'm on channel1newsonline.com. Notorious scammer Abu Trika set for extradition to U.S., according to Iyoko. Postponed Lumba's funeral to next year for a befitting burial. That's according to a historian. And tomorrow is a test for all who love Daddy Lumba. The lawyer is urging fans to show up in their numbers at the funeral. You have any other portals?
Yes. So I'll take you to Channel 1 News. You did City Newsroom.
No, I did Channel 1 News.
Okay, so I'll take you to citynewsroom.com. And we have here on citynewsroom.com, the Abu Trika story is the first one. It says Abu Trika was one of Ghana's notorious scammers, Iyoko. Now, there seems to be a lot of notorious scammers in Ghana. And then, they show up from time to time. But you know something? We are aware that they exist. And when we see them doing their flashy things, we know.
Yeah.
And the police know. And everybody else also knows.
So we're just bidding our time.
So I wonder why we don't deal with it, though. What are we waiting
give people
for?
Leeway. Like, you see people flaunting money, flaunting flashy things. I think Iyoko can, come in and
they are mandated.
Your source
That's
of
their
money.
Space.
Where is your source of money
Thank
coming
you.
from? That
You are allowed to go and ask questions.
Things. Of course.
Exactly. And then there are areas of Ghana that are notorious.
Oh, yeah.
You see,
yes.
They are notorious.
Yeah.
There are areas of Ghana, there are areas of Accra
that are
notorious. Outside of Accra, maybe, I don't know if Kumasi has areas that are known.
I'm sure.
There might be, I don't know.
I'm sure
but definitely the areas of Ghana.
That are notorious.
Central region side, and then the areas of Accra that that the people, they are in this kind of area. Why are there not more swoops? Why are there no more exposures? Right? This is my problem, because this one, if it hadn't gone all the way to the US and having affected elderly people in the US, I'm also wondering to myself if, of course, this one is a collaboration between Ghana and the US, right? Yeah. But I wonder if it hadn't gone that far, because $8 million is a lot of money to scam people out of. But this man is not alone.
No.
He's definitely not alone.
There's a whole cartel.
Anyway, top trending stories. We have December in Ghana 2025, a celebration of culture, music, food, unity that brings the world home. Daddy Lumba funeral ruling brings relief to his family and fans. This is the lawyer there speaking. Situation All White Party, yes, the party that shuts down all other parties. Hallmark Cafe promises exceptional culinary experience. I'm looking forward to that big time. Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park to close temporarily on December 27th. And so those are some of the top trending stories. A couple of other headlines here. We have Okada Riders Association. Traffic light violators will face sanctions. That's almost everyone. Yeah, in my experience of driving, I don't know about your experience of driving, but that's almost every one of them. So when you say face sanctions, is it because suddenly there's a legal framework that has come into place that suddenly we'll have law enforcement? I hope so. If that's the case, we'll all be happy for it. But honestly, I have my own misgivings and my doubts as to if overnight, from yesterday to today, suddenly there's going to be enforcement. I don't know about that. But when I see in traffic, when the initial police visibility thing came, when the police had their motorbikes and then they started mounting stops. They had on at traffic lights in corners on certain places, they would have a little shed and then you find 3-4 policemen with their bikes. 3-4 policemen with their bikes. The Okada misbehavior at traffic lights came down massively, but now it's like it's been thrown to the dogs. They when they arrive, they're just literally there to make sure that they don't kill themselves. So they stop, they look. Okay, red light, it doesn't matter, we are going, and the police are watching.
One hits me sometimes. So I was
Really?
going into the main road.
Yeah.
All the cars had stopped
Yes.
so that I could enter the
Yes.
main road. And
That's what they do.
As I turned into the
Constantly.
main road, he hit me. Pang.
Yeah, look at that.
And everybody was like, "Madam,
Then
if
it
your
becomes
car
your problem.
has not been affected, drive
Yeah.
off."
Yeah.
And I drove off because it was just a little scratch.
Yeah,
and I wasn't
okay,
about to
Charlie,
go through
it's
that
not
whole
your-
thing,
it's
so I
not
just
your-
moved
yeah.
on. He's like,
It's
"Madam,
not your headache.
Everybody was like, my friends
But
had
it's his
stopped. You
fault.
saw people,
Yeah.
they had stopped, and you decided to come."
Yeah.
I was so annoyed,
Yeah.
but because my car wasn't affected badly, I was like, you know
Yeah.
what, let me just.
One Uber driver told me of his experience. He's somebody who watches us regularly. So when he
Okay.
saw me, he recognized me.
All right.
You know, and then he told me of his ordeal he had. And he, in his mind, and I think it was a bit of naivety, you know, he in his mind, when he had that situation with the Okada driver, he felt that he could get him to, you know, pay for the damage on the car.
Wine. He
He
doesn't
followed
have.
that guy into some ghetto B.
Please.
Massa.
Please.
He ended up getting slaps and other things.
Oh,
So.
too sad. That's sad.
He ended up getting slaps and other things.
Their brothers are the tricycle riders.
Yes.
Oh my God.
And they
I
protect
have
each
a
other.
story. My friend decided that always in the evening, so he's rolling his windows down
Yes.
to get a bit of fresh air
Yes.
into his car. And one of them hit his side mirror
Oh Lord.
and the glass
Splattered into the car. Yeah.
into his throat. Yes.
Oh no.
So he quickly drove
Oh,
himself
no,
to
to a
Kofonoche
hospital.
Teaching
Yeah.
Hospital. And he said when he got there, the doctor was like, he's lucky he didn't try to talk or sneeze or whatever because it would have pierced his voice
Yeah.
box. Because that's how deep
It had gone.
it had gone into his
My
throat.
goodness.
And I saw him with, bandage on his. I'm like, why? What happened to him? Did someone strangle him? And he told me the story. I'm like,
My goodness.
yeah.
Friday evening, you just want to have a cool,
I just want
chill
to have a
evening.
cool, enjoy
down your
the
windows.
breeze. Roll down your windows, and that's what happened. And since then, I don't think he's ever rolled down
His windows again. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
because it's too dangerous.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm on GhanaWeekend.com. Let me quickly go through. Court ruling on Daddy Lumba funeral brings relief to fans. That's according to the lawyer. Court clears way for Daddy Lumba's funeral today. Pay $2 million or burial goes ahead. That was what the court told the family, the maternal family of Daddy Lumba. MOG Beats settles copyright dispute with Shatta Wale. And other stories. Ghana to mark a century of high life music. Ooh, that sounds interesting. Abu Trika arrested in alleged $8 million romance. You know when they arrested him, he was smiling. He didn't look like
It didn't look like
he was concerned.
Well,
No, not at all. I'm sure he
If
knows that he'll be fine.
If he's going to face trial in the US, well,
I wonder what the minimum sentence or maximum sentence would be.
romance
It'll
comes
be
in the
interesting
US. I wonder. Yeah.
It'll be
I
interesting to
yeah.
know that.
Yeah.
Shatta Wale once sat on my lap as a child. Can you imagine? That's according to our tourism minister, Jifa Gomashi.
Wow.
Denta urges national support
She's been
to
in this
boost
space for a
Ghanaian
long,
artists
long
for
time.
Grammys who
The minister.
yes, Jifa.
Yeah.
She's a slopser.
Yeah.
So
Hey,
shout out to her.
Hey.
We're looking at her, especially for Dirty December. We're looking at her to, make the space as exciting as we know it can be. Malaysia Palace denies involvement in Daddy Lumba's funeral arrangements. Family head denies claims Daddy Lumba's body is missing. All right. And Netflix to acquire Warner Brothers in $83 billion deal. Apioko shines at the Matrix Verse Experience 2025. Those are the stories you'll find on GhanaWeekend.com. gmail.com. Right, so that's our newspaper review segment for you. You know, we did it a bit different, but I'm sure you enjoyed it. We're still waiting for your opinion on the whole Daddy Lumba thing. Are you excited that Lumba finally goes home to rest? You send those messages 0204 447 033. We'll be right back with one of our favorite segments of the show, What's Happening? Don't go away.
Love the Premier League? Your DSTV premium subscription could get you there in real life, Charlie. Stay connected for your chance to watch the Premier League live. Man U versus Man City at Old Trafford or Arsenal versus Man U in London. Stay connected to score with DSTV Premium. This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply.
Rooted in heritage. Shaped by ambition. Defined by style. Inspired by soul. This is Afro Quality, the first multi-country concept store for African brands. Now in Nairobi, Kigali, and Accra.
Yo, Ray. You no go job. You look unhappy and seem to be in pain.
I have this long-standing well at my anus and it keeps coming and going. I feel sick and so uncomfortable, bro.
Have you taken into consideration going to the hospital?
I've been to several hospitals and they keep telling me the same thing. They said it's anal fistula. I have to undergo a surgery. I'm scared I might not be able to hold my stool if I do this surgery.
Wait, have you considered seeing a proctologist?
Which one is that? What, do we have proctologists in Ghana here?
Bro, we have a lot of them. They are being trained every time.
Where can I?
An anal fistula is an abnormal tract which connects the inner parts of the anus to the skin around the anus. As long as this tract persists, there will be a recurring boil around the anus. A proctologist is the one credited with excellent outcomes of surgery of anal fistula. Laser and ligature anal fistula surgeries are the modern methods with very low recurrence rates.
Visit Mwantaba Hospital and Color Proctology Center today or call us. Mwantaba Hospital, First Ghana Colorectal Center, in to serve a peculiar health need.
This is AFCON, my friend. Everything is a competition. Everything.
Join our family for AFCON Morocco 2025 from 21 December to 18 January. Available on DSTV and GoTV.
Welcome back. It's Breakfast Daily Weekend and it's time for What's Happening. Of course, you know that the situation All White Party is something that we're looking forward to on the eve of Christmas. That's one of the things that I'm totally excited about, you know. Yeah, looking forward to it big time, right? The situation
and
All White Party.
And this year is a completely different location.
Yes.
I feel like we're jumping. You know,
we're testing the city.
We're testing the city. Yeah.
We're testing the city.
The next time you realize we'll be a castle
and why not? And why not?
It's foul.
No, but you see, that's why access routes are being opened up.
Okay.
And so we never know.
Okay.
By that time, maybe going to Kaswa will now be like 5 minutes. Hey. Is that not a possibility?
It's possible. Everything is
and why
possible.
not? No, think about it. If in 5-10 minutes you could be in Kaswa.
Yeah,
of
it
a sudden,
wouldn't be
it could be an easy place to go
a
and
hassle
come.
to get there.
Yeah, so looking forward to this. This is going to be absolutely exciting. Look, the Good Park. I don't know if everybody that's watching us knows where Good Park is, right? Right next to Accra Mall. Okay, so if you get into the car park of Accra Mall,
This Christmas Eve.
facing the mall, it's on your left of the mall. Okay, so it's very easy to find.
So you park at the Accra Mall
Yes.
and then you walk there, or they have their own park?
They also have their own parking,
Okay.
but you can also. I mean, I guess why not, right? You
Yeah.
can just walk across literally. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so it's 24th of December.
Yep.
A Situation All White Christmas Party at the Good Park, and Kweku has told you where the Good Park is.
Yeah.
And
So
this year,
I think that yesterday I was having this conversation, and I want to reiterate it. Like, listen, I don't know if you've ever been on aircraft before, where you're walking through the aisle to your seat.
yeah.
If your seat is not one of those in the front,
The business class
walk
and
be looking, you walk and be looking, you say Nyame da bang, Nyame da bang.
The business class
is the
and
time.
things.
Get yourself a platinum seat so that you don't be asking Nyame da bang, Nyame da bang. Yeah, get yourself a platinum seat so that you too you can enjoy that whole experience of first class or business class treatment,
And
yeah.
the platinum is going through for what, 15,000 Ghana cedis.
Absolutely.
What are you getting?
It's a steal. Think about it.
A bottle of
8
champagne.
people on a 15,000 cedi table.
Okay. What do they get?
Really, I mean, so you're gonna get a bottle of champagne, and this is the real deal. Okay, like Rima says, and your bottle beer and your po, no champagne. This one is.
It breathes.
Man.
When the bottle goes, the sommeliers will tell you
Yeah.
that's how
Yeah,
you
it's
open
not the
champagne.
way,
Champagne
like-
is supposed to go.
So yes, a bottle of champagne, and this is proper champagne
Right.
we're talking about. Then we have a bottle of whiskey.
Right.
Now whiskey, they also play by sizes and
Years,
and all of that. And this one is the
Oof.
Glenfiddich. Glenfiddich. Yeah, that's what it is.
15 years.
15 years maturity. That's what we're talking about. Okay, so if you're a connoisseur of whiskey, you know exactly what we're talking about. This is a premium whiskey. Then a bottle of red wine, okay, on your table. You have 2 packs of beer. And then here comes my favorite part of the package, the unlimited section. Yeah, where everything is unlimited. So unlimited glasses of cocktails, unlimited bottles of water, unlimited portions of grills. Now, if you've ever, and I know you have, but the experience of situation around 11:30 p.m. you want more water, because where did you sa, and you've enjoyed yourself so much. Now you need more water. You don't want that economy class 1 bottle of water to be your portion.
Yeah.
At this point,
Yeah.
you want to have unlimited bottles of water.
Right.
Then with all of that being said, there's also the dinner buffet that comes with the platinum table. And by the way, not all tables get a dinner buffet. All right. Yeah. So yes. So of course, I missed the 16 bottles of soft drinks, but that, do mixtures. Mixtures. Yeah, mixtures.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things you can do there. And then of course there's a dedicated waiter. So you raise your hand, or you're being taken care of. Yes, please. Next. Yes, please. What else can we have? We want more grills, more this, more that. Very, very beautiful experience for the platinum table. Now,
when we move from first class,
when
you're going down the aisle.
When you're going down the aisle,
Okay.
then you see the next group of people.
Okay.
Premium economy.
Yes.
So they are economy, but they are different from the
business class.
yes.
Oh no, they're different from the economy.
From the economy proper.
Okay, okay.
So this one is a touch of extra.
Okay.
So the diamond, 8 seats of around the table is for 12,000 cedis. So there's no champagne on this table.
Okay.
All right. but it's a bottle of whiskey. Again, it's Glenfiddich, so top level, whiskey. This one is 12 years maturity. All right. Then you have 2 bottles of wine, 2 packs of beer, 16 glasses of cocktails. We have 16 portions of grills, 16 bottles of soft drinks, 16 bottles of water. Okay, and you have a dinner buffet, right? So this one is fantastic. I mean, you don't get a dedicated waiter, but of course you're not in first class, so it's not a problem. We take it like that, So there's no champagne on this one. There's no dedicated waiter, but otherwise pretty much, and then the unlimited too is not. This is not unlimited.
Right.
So when your 2 portions of grills are done, you are done. But there's dinner, so it's okay. You take it like that. Then there's the gold table. Now the gold table is for people who say, whatever happens, situation will be there. These are the, say, it doesn't matter. You people are threatening us with 15,000, 12,000, whatever happens, we are going to be a situation. By hook or by crook, we will be there. This is for 9,000.
And what are they getting?
Yes, and they are going to get a bottle of whiskey, Black Label, which is actually a premium whiskey, by the way. Black Label is great whiskey, So then you have 2 bottles of wine, you have 8 bottles of beer, 8 glasses of cocktails, 8 bottles of water, 8 bottles of soft drinks, and 8 portions of grills. Yesterday, I was having this conversation with Phil, Big Phil. And Big Phil says that, but you see, even if you're in the economy, we will all land at Kotoka.
Simple.
You will all land.
Simple.
Yeah, it's just that you were able to stretch your legs a bit more and sleep a bit more and all of those things during the flight. But we will all arrive.
We'll all arrive.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So at the end of the day, if you can't do the 15, no problem. If you can't do the 12, no problem. There's a 9,000. You can secure a table because guess what? You will enjoy Kofi Kinata Pepe. You will enjoy Akwa Pepe. You will enjoy Perez music Pepe. You will enjoy Inchin band Pepe. You will enjoy DJ Mingle and all the other experiences that we're going to have there. You will enjoy everything else. Like everybody else.
So the number to call 0205-973-973 or 0558-973-973. Shout out to our amazing sponsors. EcoBank, Bethel Logistics, Hallmark Cafe, Oswald Investments Limited, Verve Duvernay, and Bushmills. Right?
Yeah. Exciting.
Don't say we didn't tell you.
Yeah, we have told you enough.
After the This Is Ghana Fest, someone texted me like a month later. Oh, I heard about your fair. I'm like, I was like, I wanted to come and showcase myself. Like, don't worry, there's always next year.
Yeah, next year.
So we're telling you now, please come and reserve a table and pay for it. Most importantly, not that you are reserved and then you call us 23rd that you're coming to pay, and then you'll be disappointed.
Yeah, because believe you me, there will be disappointments this year as well. Just as they've been last year and the year before, there will be disappointments. Definitely. Because it's not an unlimited seating.
It's limited.
It's limited seating.
So that we can give you the best experience that we can provide.
Yeah.
The
fact that we have, unlimited things on Platinum doesn't mean that the seating will be unlimited or the tables will be unlimited. No.
Or because the good park is massive, we're going to just throw everybody in there. No.
We need to give
everyone that comes of a lifetime.
Great experience.
Yes. And we would love to see you. Come and be served by Bernard Avlet.
I know, right? I think people get thrown by that. They are just surprised.
The fact that Mr. Avlet serving you with champagne or whatever.
It's like,
I love talking to people. They're like, oh, wow. Why are you the one serving? Like, is there a problem if I serve you? I mean, So, the experience is nice. We'd love to meet you. So, do come. It would be nice to meet you. Okay, so other things happening. Cups and Arts Festival. Now, this is a vibrant celebration of arts, fashion, music, culture, and it promises a nostalgic or unique experience with its mix of activities such as games and live performances happening today, Saturday, December 13th from 10 a.m. and Sunday at 2:30 at the Legon City Mall.
Okay.
Ayaso West Municipal. So, yeah, there are going to be fashion shows, games, arts and crafts, and more. Cups and Arts Festival.
Okay.
Interesting.
It sounds like it'll be very interesting.
Yeah.
So is this morning actually, 10 a.m.?
Cups
Okay.
and Arts
All right.
Festival.
Fantastic.
Cups and
Legon
Arts
City
Festival,
Mall.
yes, at the Legon City Mall.
Right.
Tickets still star 713 star 33 star 193 hash. Get your ticket and go for that. The Regal Film Festival and Awards, if you remember, they were on the show like a couple of weeks ago, or less, I think a month ago, where they came to talk about the maiden edition of the awards. So they're awarding deserving movies, deserving filmmakers, deserving artists and actresses and actors and sound and you know, all those various people or various things that come together to make an amazing movie. They're celebrating them, and it's happening today. It started on the 10th and it's ending today. The penultimate awards night is happening today, 13th December 2025 at the La Palm Royal Beach Hotel and the Palm Convention Center. RIFA Awards, they say get ready for a celebration of African film creativity and excellence.
All right, then we also have Experience Volta in Accra, a cultural explosion of heritage, rhythm, and taste right in the heart of Accra. Get ready for an unforgettable celebration of Ghana's Volta region. All right, Experience Volta in Accra is an immersive cultural festival that brings the vibrant soul of every tradition to the capital. Now, it's officially endorsed by the Ghana Tourism Authority as part of December in GH and the Black Star Experience. This event connects culture, creativity, and community like never before. Whether you're a Ghanaian, diasporan, or a global tourist seeking authentic African experiences, this is your chance to witness, taste, and feel Volta come alive in Accra. It's happening today, actually, Saturday, December 13th, and it's already begun. It's at 7:30 a.m., so you can head right there and enjoy the experience. It's at Elwak Sports Stadium right here in Accra. So
I remember the Ghana Tourism Authority unveiling some Volta ambassadors or something, and our very own Bernard was part of it.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm not too sure if they're going to be there, but this sounds very interesting.
Yeah.
Bringing the vibrant culture of Volta to the capital of Accra.
Yeah.
If you've been to the Volta region, I think at this point they're the only ones who have clean beaches and beautiful
absolutely.
blue water.
It's
the whole of the country.
I mean, we haven't done very well across a lot of our beach fronts, you know, but Volta seems to be one of the last spaces where we still have, like you said, clean beaches.
Yeah.
So, but yes, I mean, the Volta region does have a lot of very vibrant culture and colors, you know. So
what amazes me is
to see
anytime there's a funeral in the Ashanti region and they come over, they have this raffia skirts thing.
Oh, really?
That keeps going round.
Oh, okay.
And then I try to peek
to
under to see what is that?
What design have they done? What is it that they
you know, I don't see anybody's legs. You don't see anything. They just, I don't know, it just keeps spinning. I need to speak to one of the traditionalists and ask him, what do you
maybe we should ask the Honorable Minister.
Yes.
Maybe she can explain to us what
happens. It is, what happens. It's interesting. It's very interesting. I love it. One of the most exciting things that I want to go to this Christmas, Cirque du Soir. Like, I've heard about it. I hear it's an amazing experience. And it has 16 spectacular performances. And
Cirque du Soir.
Yeah, Cirque du Soir.
Okay.
So, yeah, it promises to be interesting. 13th to 31st December, 16 spectacular performances. General admission, VIP tickets, corporate packages are all available. You can check that out. 053-102-5731 or search DeSoirAfrica.com. And they say they want to transport the audience into a world of wonder and deliver an exceptional, unforgettable entertainment experience. They're asking us to be prepared to be mesmerized by performers who redefine the limits of art and athleticism, all celebrating the vibrant spirit of Africa. And it's happening at the Savannah at La Darekotopong, Saturday, December 13th, 6 p.m.
So I don't know if this is the historic London event that they are bringing to Accra.
I think
there's
it is.
one that has happened for years in the UK.
I think it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it is.
This is interesting.
Cirque du Soir.
Charlie, Ghana is the place to be.
That's in December.
Even though some people want to try and,
Oh, don't mind them. They should go and do their own thing and stop.
And then we also have Praise Achievement Awards. Praise Achievement Awards is happening on Sunday, that's tomorrow, December 14th, from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. It's happening at the Perez Chapel International. Join us for an inspirational celebration as we honor excellence at the 4th edition of the Praise Achievement Awards. Now, experience an evening filled with recognition, joy, and community spirit. Expect glamorous awards, heartfelt speeches, and a chance to connect with influential stakeholders dedicated to celebrating greatness. Now, this event promises to be a memorable occasion for achievers and admirers alike. Don't miss out on the opportunity to be part of Ghana's premier awards night. So that's happening tomorrow. So it's spans from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. And so it says 4 p.m. here. Get there early, okay, and grab yourself a good seat, so you can enjoy the full experience of the Praise Achievement Awards. That's what's happening.
Right, so you can pick and choose whichever of these events that you want to go to, and you don't know, you might see one of us or two of us there at a time. We'll be right back after this break. Don't go away.
Christmas Eve, skip the ordinary and step into the extraordinary. Welcome to the Situation All-White Party 2025, where the music never stops, the energy never drops, and the fun never ends. Celebrating grand style with great music, irresistible food, and an atmosphere that screams good vibes only. Date 24th December 2025. Venue Good Park near the Accra Mall. Time 8 p.m. till late. Dress code, it's an all-white affair. Get ready for electrifying live performances from Kofi Kinata, in Chin Chin Band, and DJ Mingle. Your best all-white fit. Bring your dancing shoes and let's light up the night together. Book your tables now. Call 0205-973-973 or 0558-973-973. It's Christmas Eve. Don't miss it. The Situation All-White Party 2025 is powered by Channel 1 TV and 97.3 City FM, and it's proudly sponsored by EcoBank, Bethel Logistics, and Hallmark Cafe. And supported by Oswald Investments Limited.
This is AFCON, my friend. Everything is a competition. Everything.
Join our family for AFCON Morocco 2025 from 21 December to 18 January. Available on DSTV and GoTV.
National Thanksgiving Service for Ghana. Hallelujah. After Bakasia 2025, Basso Mimneda, 20th December was 10,000 crying. And no panels on 7 a.m. Team, let everything that has breath praise the Lord. Psalm 150 verse 6. Momadia huminina enye radiaye. Music ministers, award-winning minister Selina Boateng, NKG, DJ Paloma, and others. Mawafadienye Bibia Ghana Huasha Sudewomu. Aglo International Penny Photos Afro Bibia. But Afori Bokasia 2025, Saturday, 20th December was 10,000 crying. Anopanon song. Kai Nafa Vuvuzela, tambourine, white handkerchief. Whistle, any bibia diye radia yebra, near him ensa and share radia ni mwenyam. I hope be glorious, be aglow for Jesus.
You're welcome back to Breakfast Daily Weekend right here on Channel 1 TV. I am Eno Safo. We're going into our home improvement segment. We're talking to Amanabia Boachidankwa. She's a creative director of Bassinets and More Limited. We're talking tablescape in your dining or backyard. What's Christ tablescape? I'm gonna not kill us with her big ruffle. So we're going to understand what that means and how you can incorporate that into your lifestyle or even into your dining space or your backyard as we enter the festive season. If you have any questions for her, 0204-447-033, 0204-447-033. That's the WhatsApp number. Alternatively, you can go on our social media pages and send us your messages, and we will do well to read them and to ask her as well. Amma, how are you doing?
I'm fine.
You're red and black. You're called Daddy Lumbe.
Yeah, you're jets no the
yeah, Calcutta private jets from there we go, right? It's going to pay our last respect. I hope you did well. But who's looking at you like,
I don't want to look at him. That's why I'm looking at it. I don't want to check the expression from him.
Now, just a bit
I know, right?
Okay.
Hey, who doesn't like extra comfort, you know? Right. Let's go into our conversation, though. What's a tablescape?
Okay, so City TV, City FM is about to have situation.
Channel 1.
Channel 1. Hey, forgive me.
We have rebranded.
Mepacho, forgive. Amen. About to have an event called Situation, right?
Yes.
The interior decorators or the event planner is going to have certain things on the table. I had gold, I had platinum, I had something else. So imagining the platinum table is going to have certain decorative elements plus the dinnerware and all those things. So that is what a tablescape is, essentially transforming otherwise a bland and mundane looking table into something that when people sit behind or sit around, they are excited to be at. So that's essentially what a tablescape is.
Okay, so what elements involve?
So there are a lot of things, and it depends on where the table is placed. But let me just give the general overview. So a general table, you need a table. Further, you need a table. The table is very important. You need a table. You need to decide if you want to have a round edge table or you want to have rectangle or square table. You also need to decide if the table will be expandable. Expandable meaning it can take more than 10 people. Yes. So the table is the first thing. It has to be a good firm table. Then you have to decide on the kind of chairs you want to have. Now there are 1,000,001 options when it comes to chairs now. So depending on your budget, what you are looking at in terms of the theme. So you have your chairs, you have your tables. Then now you have to look at your tablecloth. You have to look at, we package all of that under linens. So the tablecloth, the placemats, the table napkins, not kitchen napkins, table napkins. I want to be specific.
There's a difference.
There's a big difference. Oh man, yes sir. Then you have to decide if you want to have, then you need your plates, and the plates, they are sorted because the food coming in comes in different types of they're having different types of food. So you have the sauces, you have the deep plates, you have the shallow plates, you have the side plates.
Okay.
I have some more. Then you have your cutlery. There are different types of cutlery. Then we move away from the dinnerware, the plates and all of that. Then you have to decide on your glasses, the type of glasses you're going to have. You're going to have beer, wine, champagne, martini. All of that is also, you have to decide. Then you come to the decorative elements. So the vases, the flowers, you're going to have candles. You have to decide the different types of heights, So all of that informs the tablescape. So it's a decision. It's not just a one-day decision. Yes.
So what would make me choose between dining or backyard, or should I say that, okay, I'm going to have both, so that depending on my mood, I can move to the backyard and enjoy that space, or I can stay indoors and enjoy that space?
Okay, so it depends on the size of the space that you have. Mostly those who have big expressive spaces in their homes, they have a table outside and they have one inside. So it largely depends on the space. Then also depends on your hosting. People love to entertain outside. Obviously, if you have a non-mosquito area with a nice garden and you're having more than 10 people, normally people want to host outside and they'll transfer like lunch and have it ongoing towards dinner. You're having a barbecue and a grill. Those ones normally go outside. But for the intimate setting, you want something intimate, quiet, everybody should see each other, no noise, then you have it inside your dining space. So it's normally a taste of preference and space. If you have space, people have the two settings.
So you can have both.
Yes, you can have both.
Okay. No, I love the imagery that you're giving us, seeing particularly the outside. It excites me. I don't know what it is, but there's something about the outdoors that excites me.
That's why, people always encourage that when you are building, you should always factor in good landscaping. You see, all these things are not for nothing. I'm sure you've had different experts from January till this. They're telling different stories about how to set up a space, how to set up, and I'm sure all of them will mention things about going green. And I'm sure when you had the event at the children's park, it was one of the things, go green. When you intentionally plant flowers, trees, then when you are having you're hosting people outside, it makes so much sense. Everything blends, But if they come outside and it's hot, there's no tree, there's nothing there, when you put a table, everybody is like, what time are we going home? It's part of it, the green, the shade, you put in some fairy lights. You can have a way of draping, even fabric, or like when you're having weddings outdoors, you see how the events, people even do that in their homes. It makes the whole setup beautiful.
I guess so. I mean, I'm looking at it and I'm thinking about the intentionality of it. Things like this, they are beautiful, but they don't just happen. A lot of work goes into this, and a lot of thought goes into this. I can see the chairs in this one here where there are no cushions yet, because maybe typically if you live in an area that there's lots of rainfall, even dew, You know, you want to keep the cushions away till you're going to use them.
Exactly.
Then you bring the cushions out
Yes.
and all that. So a lot of thought, you know, clearly goes into.
And these days, there's furniture which is intentionally built or set up for outdoor hosting or outdoor events. So even wood, now you have, even though like wood is a big thing when it comes to water, the interference of wood and water is funny. Now there are finishes that you can apply to wood that can make it withstand
the weather
as well. There's rattan furniture, which you have the plastic rattan and the real rattan. The real rattan too has chemicals, not like chemicals in a bad way, but they have been processed in such a way that when you spray or you stain it with it, it can hold on till you know it gets really bad. So, like globally, the outdoor furnishing industry also is a sector on its own. You know, it's like $1 billion industry. It's like there are always designs of wood, of metal, of rattan, just so that your hosting experience or your tablescape experience outdoors makes a lot of sense.
If we're talking about, you know, themes, functionality, comfort, what, you know, how do you weigh those options, and what should be your focus when you're coming up with a theme for your tablescape?
The focus is always about, first of all, how you want people to sit and feel behind the table, right? So before you think about all the whistles and bells, you have to look at the table, right? When they sit behind it, if it's, let me just use 10 people, when they sit around the table, are they going to be slammed in such a way that they can't move, right? If they sit, are they going to be bent? If they sit, if you, the host, sit behind the table, how does your spine feel? It's always about how the person is seated, because we are humans, we're not robots. We sit, we shift, we move, we are talking, we are laughing, we are drinking. So if I take a tumbler and I'm drinking, if I place it, how would exactly so you look at all of those, are the critical things, and that determines the type of table you are going to get, right? Either you are going to buy or you have someone make it for you, right? So the table is and the chair is always important. How the person would sit, how the person can get up, can the person easily move the chair behind and get up? If the person wants to turn and look at Eno and laugh and say, hey, have you heard this thing? If Nabia turns, how will she talk to the person? So it's always the chair and the table that determines the mood and everything before the additional whistles. Yes.
I see you mentioned a few things. I want you to run us through them. So I've been to places, you see that there's a, how do you use the cutlery? Is it in? I think I've heard people say
going in.
Yeah, you're going in. So you start from the end to you know. So is it the food that you're serving that determines how much cutlery you put there, or
is a type of food?
The type of food.
Is it always the type of food? Yes, the type of food determines. But I always say, when you are not sure about eating, always look at your host. It's your host who has laid the table. So if your host, as the food is coming in, it's your host who they pick the tables, the spoons, the cutlery, and all of that. So always watch your host at either end if you are not sure, so that you don't go and pick something and
pick the wrong spoon to go and drink soup.
So you just be sipping on your water and watch. Once they pick, you need to pick yours on the way to put it down. That is how I tell people, when you go out for these corporate dinners especially, you know,
you realize there are 2 forks, there are 2, sometimes 3 forks.
So you just be sipping quietly and be talking to people, watching them, but watch either end. Sometimes both hosts are at one end together. There's also a style where you have both of them seated at one end, or sometimes at either end, or they sit in between the guests to make people comfortable. But just always watch at the side of your eye. That's the best way.
I've seen situations where, and like you said, it depends on the type of food, right? So if it's a fish dish, your regular knife and fork and knife is going to work. But then if it's a steak dish, then there's a different kind of knife that shows up.
Very different.
You know, so I think some of these things, too, when you get used to it, you know, there's an easy flow in the way it goes. But I remember one incident where a table, and it wasn't such a formal, you know, situation. So there was a lot of, you know, easiness about it. And then one of the guys looks at the knife and says, nah, kitchen knife is where you know, but it was a steak knife.
Steak knife. It looks
you know,
like
but it was completely foreign to them. You know, it's like that you say mukasa knife, you know, kind of thing.
Before I got all vested in all of this, you know, there's a knife for butter.
Yes.
Yes.
There's a butter knife.
I held it up. I said, "No, I said, dear."
Yeah, how will we use this one too?
Oh, don't put it down. It's a butter knife. Don't do that. So we've all had our moments. You just
there's every even the glasses.
Yes.
There's a water glass.
Yes.
Yep.
There's a champagne
glass.
There's a red wine and a white wine.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like the different glasses for
and
every
even how you
single thing.
place the fork after eating or the spoon. If you have a hovering waiter, they might mistake it for you.
You're done eating.
You're done eating. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you want more of something, they'll come.
It's true.
And you're like, I didn't say anything. You know. So you just need to, as I said, watch people, and also I think people just need to pay attention to where you're going. You know. These corporate settings don't always happen in restaurants. They happen in homes. If a CEO has called you, or a group of people that come, and you have lots of that happening, that, I'm having a party at my home, or I'm having dinner at my home, having brunch, and you go, and you just need to intentionally know who has invited you, understand what it is that you might see, so that when you go, you don't go and do the wrong thing and come out and say that people are too known or people are fussy. People live that kind of life. They are very particular. They have table service. They have people live that kind of life. You know, maybe you might not. Maybe you drink water in a mug. Me, I like to drink Coke in a teacup. It's my thing, but I can't imagine going to, let me use you again, going to Eno's house, and Eno has served me Coke in a nice glass tumbler, and I'm like, but you are being fussy. No. It's bad manners. No, so please, let's say it for them to hear.
No, I think it's very good education in the sense that we tend to be very, and I don't know, I have a feeling, and my suspicion is that it's really from maybe our boarding school system, where there's a lot of watering down of home standards and home appreciation, etiquette, and all these things. There's a whole, it's like we've watered everything down through our boarding school system, and it's like everybody's like, they hear like that, kind of attitude. Until
people go to boarding school, some have never used cutlery before.
So there you have it.
Yeah.
So then it becomes like, and then it's seen as abrofosem versus, and all those kinds of things. So people become fully fledged adults with very little knowledge of proper etiquette and how to behave in certain contexts, and so on and so forth. So this is fantastic. I love this. Yeah.
And when you we call them the silent generation or the boomers, when you are talking to them and they talk about their secondary school experiences, they actually ate with like fork and knife. They actually did the real thing.
Boomers,
when you talk to them, they tell you couldn't have, if you don't have your cutlery, you couldn't go to the dining hall. To be inspected.
My grandfather used to eat fufu with a spoon and a knife.
Yes.
He cut up his
I've seen
fufu,
that. Yes.
Scoop it, and then even the way he scoops the soup,
so
he scoops
beautiful,
it away
right?
from him.
That's how you're supposed to drink soup.
Yes.
You scoop
and
away.
then you puts it in. It's amazing.
It's so nice watching them do that, but people say, it's too no. That time, that was what it was. Even when you realize those people, to when they fold their things in wardrobes, it's color coordinated for them.
Color coordinating.
I have an auntie like that. She's like, you are doing decor, you don't fold your things. It is if it's blue, it's always in blue. And she says you have the long hanging and you have the low hanging. So her wardrobes, she made us section it for her. So the short ones low hanging, then the trousers long hanging space. I even heard that thing from, that's the first I heard it. It's like not every space is supposed to be hung the same way. Yeah. So there's a lot we need to unpack.
Thank you for this. This is fantastic.
Yeah, it has been fantastic, Yama. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
We've learned a lot. Etiquette, tablescapes, and all of that. If you missed any part of this, you can go on our YouTube and check that out. Right now, though, we're heading to Kumasi, where Hafiz Tijani, our Middle Belt Bureau Chief, is standing by to take us through what's happening at the Heroes Park at the Baba Yara Sports Stadium there. Hafiz, good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning. I'm well, you know.
Right. Paint a picture of the Heroes Park for us. What has happened from dawn till now?
With the back and forth whether or not the funeral was coming on or not. So today, when you come to the Heroes Park, the funeral is coming on. But there has been some uncertainty since morning with fans who are still coming here, not knowing the exact time the program is going to start. But the body arrived around 6 thereabout this morning, and it has been decorated and laid in state. And the fans are coming in their numbers here at the Heroes Park. Most of them are seated. Others are just going about trying to catch a glimpse of whatever is happening. When you go outside the Heroes Park, the main stadium, Baba Yara Sports Stadium Street, you see a lot of police officers ensuring that there's order. There's a water cannon that has been stationed here for police officers to ensure that there's order, people are controlled, the traffic is also controlled. There are blockades or roadblocks that have been mounted by the police officers here just to ensure that vehicles do not come through the main event grounds, not to cause traffic. So police officers are also very careful, trying to look at the orderly manner of the program by providing security. So when you go inside, they have also mounted several barricades to control the movement of people, while other police officers outside control the movement of people and movement of the vehicles. But the fans are still coming in. People are expressing what they know about the late musician. People are talking about him. A lot of banners have been erected here, decorated with his pictures, and people also taking advantage of the situation to sell, to make some commercial gains. So people have printed calendars, people have printed t-shirts, people have printed other paraphernalia of the late Daddy Lumba and selling them to the attendees of the funeral. But let me quickly speak to one of the groups, the fan clubs, Fantasy Club belonging, or who are a pro fan club of Daddy Lumba. The PRO for Fantasy Club, Yao, is joining me now to talk about today's event and also the issues that have arisen from the day he passed on to yesterday, where we had the controversial court issues. You are welcome to Channel One TV.
Thank you, my brother.
So today, you have been waiting for today. You and your group members have been waiting for today. What is today like for you?
A very sad day, a day that we never wished it came, though as humans we knew one day it was going to come. But then it's been tough. We went through the processes, the self-denial, the acceptance, and then the reality catching up with us. And we being here today and seeing what is happening, it is clear that to us, the man who we saw as an icon, the man who we revered, the man who we honored and worshipped, the man who we think is the greatest Ghanaian to have ever lived, is no more. And today is the last day that we are bidding a farewell and our last respect to him.
You have been with the Fantasy Club. Apart from music, what other things do you think Daddy Lumba has done so to be remembered for?
Lyrically, his songs resonate with a lot of people, and a lot of people do connect with his songs. So he's done a lot, given a lot of people careers. He's done a lot of humanitarian jobs behind the scenes without trumpeting it. It was until when some of us came in to make sure that a lot of his works will be known out there. He's a man who lived, he has lived, and I'm sure he will continue to live.
Sitting back as a member of a pro fan club of Daddy Lumba, looking at all what was going through the court issues and all that, what was going through your mind?
A very, very sad thing that we never anticipated or we never wished it happened. But that's human nature. It's family, and families do sometimes have misunderstandings. The most important thing is them arriving at a very peaceful conclusion, which I know after everything they will sit and then resolve everything. But then that makes him who he is. He's one of the biggest personalities to have ever lived on the surface of earth. And if you check around the world, all the big guys, all the powerful men who lived had controversies around their lives when they were living and in death. So for me personally, it was expected.
Well, so you look at the decorations here, you look at the setup and whatever has been done. From where you sit, do you think this is less for Daddy Lumba of his personality?
I wouldn't say it's less, but I would say probably it was a rushed to do thing, because if you look at it, well, this should have been something that would take like 4 or 5 days to do. But you would also understand, because of the controversies, it had to be done that way. You give them some benefit of doubt.
After the burial of Daddy Lumba, what do you want, what do you expect Ghana to maybe remember him for? Like, what are some of the things Ghana can do to keep his name?
I think he's lived a life that will transcend generations unborn. But if you check the creative arts industry, we have so much issues with documentation and then making sure that children unborn will get to know who people were. So I feel something like a museum should be done in his name. For monumental things like statue, we have taken it upon ourselves. We will mount some across the country in his honor.
I know the Fantasy Club has had a great loss with the death of Daddy Lumba. How is it for you, the club members? How's it feeling like? I know you have members in Ghana and abroad.
He's a father figure, so we feel we've lost a father, and as everybody feels when you lose a father, that's how we feel. He's why we are here today, and him not being around, it's sad, because periodically he'll give you some words of advice and encouragement.
Do you have anything to add today? What do you expect from attendees of the funeral who are coming around? What should they do so that we have an orderly program today?
Let's keep his legacies alive. Let's respect his honor in his last days, and then let's give peace a chance.
All right, so that's the public relations officer of the Fantasy Club, a pro fan club of Daddy Lumba. So these are the members of Fantasy Club who have lined up going into the main funeral ground, and this is how the attendees of the funeral are coming out. So they have a t-shirt that has been branded Fantasy Club, and so when you look at the program now, it's going to be an orderly manner. The police is helping to control the crowd, trying to ensure that they direct traffic, trying to ensure that the people do not come together so that there could be something of stampede, trying to control the movement of people like being observed now. But for people, a lot of people were worried about the time the funeral or the program was going to start, but we are getting some announcements there. Some announcements have been made there as part of today's event. We are yet to also know, have privy to information of where and when the late musician is going to be buried, and we are going to know whatever the family has put in place as far as this event is concerned. But when you come here at the Heroes Park of the Barbara Sports Stadium, the fans and other attendees of the funeral are just trooping in, like I told you in pictures. We have members of the Fantasy Club, a pro fan club, of Daddy Lumba who have expressed sadness. They describe today as their saddest day. They say they have lost a figure who would not be forgotten. Talk about his musical journey, talk about his human relations, and also what he has done in terms of impact on the lives of many Ghanaians. And they say they are not going to forget about this event. So this is the Heroes Park of the Barbara Sports Stadium. Fans are still coming in their numbers, not only from Kumasi, others are coming from other parts of the Ashanti region, others are coming from other parts of the country outside of the Ashanti region. But all said and done, for people who thought that this was not coming on, it was a matter of uncertainty following the controversies that surrounded the funeral. So yesterday, even when the stage was being set up, before the news from the court came that there was going to be an injunction, or there was an injunction, the rental company that was decorating or setting up the place for today's event had paused. And today, and later when the news came that the court had cleared the way, the rental company resumed work, and they had come back to do the setup, mounting of the stage, and ensuring that everything was put in place. We saw also the arrival of the body this morning, and the body currently is being laid in state, and family members and other attendees of the funeral, other dignitaries are expected to file past the body to also give their last respect to the late musician. So people, like I told you, are cashing in on this. So you see decorated cloth of Daddy Lumba. People are selling those ones for attendees who are coming to the place. So you see this lady is just about buying. They are also trying to make good use of the funeral today to get money, so for commercial purposes. So they are selling to people who are coming around, and someone has just bought, so they want to also drip their bodies or wrap this decorated Daddy Lumba cloth on them, so that they can also fully participate in this event. So this woman was here since yesterday. She has been making some good money for the funeral, and she was sad when the event, when she thought that the event was not going to come on, because she said she had made some arrangement in terms of getting the cloth, and then all of a sudden she was hearing that there was an injunction on the funeral today, and she was going to make some loss. So let's take you round and gauge the mood here at the Heroes Park of the Barbara Sports Stadium. And so this is the main entrance going into the main event ground, where attendees are going through, the police officers ensuring that there is order here, where the bodies, barricades have also been erected here to ensure that people do not go out of bounds in terms of not going to places they are not designated to be at. So these are the attendees of the funeral who are lined up, being ushered to their seats. Others are seated already. People have also started. So the body where the place where the body is being laid in state, it has been opened, and we are hearing that the public will be invited to file past and give their last respect to the legend. So that has even started. The filing past has started right now, and we are seeing people massed up here in their numbers in queues. Also the media the media is also trying to capture every single move of this event, and people are filing past the process here, and the police is just ensuring that there's order at the place, because earlier we saw a lot of people wanting to force their way through, but the police had devised a strategy to ensure that this is done in an orderly form, in an orderly manner, so that people do not just go out of bounds to do whatever they want to do. So police officers have been deployed there to ensure that everything is done in an orderly manner. So people are in queues. The queues have been divided into forms, and the other people, or people who are coming to file pass, have gone or have been separated both left, right and center to ensure that there's order here. And there are tunes of the late Daddy Lumba just played from the speakers that have been erected. So you see the people filing past, and others who are still waiting in the queue, dancing to the tunes of the late musician. So that is what we find here at the Heroes Park of the Barbara Sports Stadium, where the funeral rites of the late Charles Kojo Fosu, popularly called Daddy Lumba, is being done here at the Barbara Sports Stadium in Kumasi. So right now what you're seeing is the filing past. People are paying their last respect to the late musician before he goes home today, or before he will be finally laid to rest today, after several controversies, the court issues, the family issues, the media disagreements, the banters and all that. So everyone is expected to have a close, or this chapter is expected to be closed today, because they know that the late musician is going home today, and we are not going to hear about some of these controversies. That is what a lot of people are hoping. That is what a lot of people are expecting, and they are just hoping that today marks the end of whatever controversy that has arisen from the death of the late Daddy Lumba. So people who are in the queue, people who are coming from the after filing past, they are dancing to the tunes of the late Daddy Lumba. So you see them there clad in black attire. So sad. The mood here is that of sadness, is that of grief, is that of sorrow for them. Most of people, tears welled up in their eyes. They are not seen today to be a very good day. So you see most of them singing along to the tunes that are being played here from the PA systems, the public address systems that have been mounted here at the Heroes Park of the Barbara Sports Stadium. A lot of people want to file past the body, pay their last respect, and police officers are just ensuring that there's calm. Police officers are just ensuring that everything is done in an orderly manner, so that no one trespasses, no one goes to where they are not supposed to be. So that is the happenings here at the Heroes Park of the Barbara Sports Stadium. People still lined up in long queues, snaky queues, like I would describe it. They are just trying to. Okay, so the police is just whixing away a young man here, trying to control the movement of people here. So that is what you find here when you come to the Heroes Park of the Barbara Sports Stadium. So for many, they remember Daddy Lumba for his songs. For even many who don't know about him from childhood, who don't know so much about him, you find people singing some of his songs, one or two of his music that have been played here. So the police is ensuring that there's other people who are not willing to join the queue to go and file past. They are not allowed to go there, so the police is redirecting them to go and do the right thing, to go and join the queue, so they can at least also follow the process, so that they don't just go out and then do anything at all, or they don't go there and do anything at all. But we are expecting to see a number of dignitaries, like we are told, though we are yet to get the certified or an official itinerary of today's event, to know which dignitary is going to be here, to know who and who are going to be here, and what today's program is going to be about. Well, today's program is all about the late Daddy Lumba, but we want to know what are some of the events that will be done today. So following the even the controversies that have marred the process, so we're still capturing events here from the Heroes Park of the Barbara Sports Stadium, where the final funeral rites of the late Daddy Lumba is ongoing, and you see police officers in their numbers trying to control the crowd. So if you go through that area, you are expected to use these exits to come out, and just to ensure that there's order, just to ensure that there's order at this place. So people are being directed to go through the where the body is, then they come out through the exit point, so that people do not crash, people do not just do, or maybe trying to prevent some stampede, or maybe any unforeseen incident happening at where the body is. So we'll try and speak to some of the family members who are coming here. We'll try and speak to other people who are coming to monitor, other people who are trying to monitor whatever event is going on here, and to find out what is going on here. So you see people still in queues, most of them still trying to enjoy the tunes of the late Daddy Lumba. So you see this young lady here, so busy here, dancing to the tune of the late Daddy Lumba. So let's try and engage some of them. You are welcome to Channel One TV. All right, so she's shying away from the camera.
Thank you.
Okay, so I can see you are so happy dancing to the tunes of Daddy Lumba. What will you remember Daddy Lumba for? Yeah, like what will you remember
Daddy Lumba? Switch, like I started with English. I'm a coach.
Okay. Ne obaha. Eden no be kai Daddy Lumba.
Dem de be kai ne say oye nipa bia on na be my favorite artist, like my favorite musician forever and ever. Me penasa me dono like oyo bia. Wait,
Oyo bia. All right, so that's it there. So she said Daddy Lumba has been her favorite musician as far as music is concerned. Mawako about the Channel One TV. No abaha. Ede not be kai Daddy Lumba.
Oh, Lumba dem say because you can be brave. Nenyom agita be brave. Afutu aboa ma brabo kwa no nema akwa anima mo be brave. Enti esenya me say o man be panye den e home mai.
Enyum bai sa.
Emrepa beba. Utie mu nsema afutu bi ani ho a chance anyom no. E chance abrabo no emu adi nkonko na hweso na yero ho na bobra. Na nimonyam no e beba wie. Just emrepa beba na ampaso. De nyuma e kama e obi ade.
Na owu ye no na nyama na nsensem na ekoso no na e ha adwen.
Oh eye. Sabi be Nyame Lumba du no. Eye se asisa. ha adwen de but ni see na ina de yepese bi se na sondwem na ede mo nyam beba
na le setup ya ohun ye obi mu say ensin fata Daddy Lumba kra Daddy Lumba nipa na no ya no na nke say eburuse
oh okay na kwasem de no kre e papa no wabobra we see na agina tum but em say e bia court case ndo ka ho bi na ma se na be anopa no kampo na ba say e ma so no enti na mebu ko amusan cancel ye enti e bia court case be ka ho na na ma ye putupuru no enti na ma e bia say but all the same it's okay security no say come at it's okay.
All right, so that's one of the fans here who is in the queue waiting for his turn to go and file past, and he has been talking about the musicians' music, some of his lyrical advice that he has used to at least change his life, and he is happy to be here. And then he say the death of Daddy Lumba is a great loss, and he has been talking about how the court case is normal for a caliber of a person like Daddy Lumba. He says that it's normal for some of these issues to pop up after his death, and he says that Daddy Lumba will be remembered for his music. For him personally, he has used some of the advice or some of the lyrics of Daddy Lumba to actually shape his life, and he is hoping that today's event is going to go successful, and he's happy about the arrangement, though he also raised concern about how the place is being decorated, like the concerns for others who said that this is so less for Daddy Lumba. This should have been very big. And that is a concern there. So he's waiting for his turn as we engage with other fans who are coming. The back channel 1 TV. Daddy Lumba send us in him.
Oh, Daddy Lumba there was a legend. Ghana had there. Minjini say over 100 years. Ebenya ne seso enipa ebium. Why there? Nyamisha baby a okobia.
I didn't put in on the back Daddy Lumba.
The way I was share in crime, our brabom, a defa, a nijisem, a woo, and puntu abema wa brabo, a timmy akon kaino. The way was what on your mama ono, and then the mamma the kaino ba.
Now to and you to be mammy.
Or say, and pimpim dowa, pimpim and a time. Say, nipa 1,000 cry, Esther now him say, nipa 1,000 so ewo do at the manu.
Semi by now to Hosano. We are fan of Daddy Lumba. How?
No question, Yamianum, na higher bebre. As at Enra Bess at 10 o'clock, and na bebre na him say, a year no Emma so. By Nambedru Hano, many aje. I'm a legend. Bebre na akai, but my power, Yama Ghana, and Tim who nipan do dona ewaha. Omudi killed mu in their numbers. Be ever the legend. Timeni aje.
All right, so that's one of the fans there. He's also talking about how some of the music of Daddy Lumba has helped shape his life. He says that when you listen to some of the lyrics, sometimes you just try to align some of these lyrics to real life situations, and this is what he has done, and this is what he has learned from listening to the tunes of the late Daddy Lumba. And I asked him about the controversies that arose from the death of or after the death of the late Daddy Lumba. He says that well, it was worrying for fans like him. He was not happy. Even yesterday, as of 10 p.m., most of the fans were still trying to be certain whether or not this event was going to come out today. And he says that it has finally come today, and he's happy, and he will remember Daddy Lumba for the life he lived, and then he's going to remember Daddy Lumba say well regarding his music and other things. So let's try and get more fans who are coming here. You are welcome to Channel 1 TV. Never ba na uka omwa omufi se ne ade ntimi mba so ana.
We go fear am say e so.
Na time be.
Adopo be 6:30. Dem tia say me ababa so e so. Lumba im fans. E ba abahwe. Say sit here. na mtie mkafa dropping but am pamba no abaso life bi di la so me ko lumba
na lumba dey na odbe kai no
lumba me kan bebrebe me wura wa me kan no me ni ji me kan no bibi obebi a me kan no nyum bia kan me kan no ti lumba me kan bebrebe
nyum be sa
oh me lumba dey me ndakura ne adakatema mi uye sa nyum na boy a me nyen kwanche
to be mama to line back mama
oh me ni nyede oh me ni dey oh me so me ni dey nyede chuma me why chuma me
all right, so that's one of the fun there. So he's also talking about the life of Daddy Lumba, and he's also talking about how some of the lyrics shape up lives when you link some of these lyrics to real life situation. He's at least getting to be happy about the music and all that. So a gentleman is there just trying to also exhibit some skills, getting some arts of Daddy Lumba there. So he has just placed the picture, some pictures of the late Daddy Lumba, and trying to sketch his own or his version of, the pictures here, just trying to display some skills and his love for the late Daddy Lumba. All
right, Hafiz.
So that is it. You see how he's trying to sketch just at the inner perimeter of where the funeral is happening.
All right, Hafiz, thank you very much for the updates from the Heroes Park at the Babayara Sports Stadium in Kumasi. As you could see, the funeral is ongoing. People are filing past, like Hafiz said. Interesting scenes from Kumasi, right?
Absolutely interesting scenes. I'm just praying that everything goes smoothly.
Exactly.
And that, will he be buried in Insuta? Is he going to go?
You know, Hafiz said he hasn't even had a chance to see the itinerary of what's going to happen. Yeah. So I'm sure when he does, as and when, we'll update our viewers. Yao, how are you doing? Unfortunately, I do time in a ending.
I respect to the legend.
Of course. Let's just delve straight into, sports. There's a Tyson. He wants to kill. He wants to kill them for us.
So still hopping on the theme of legends. I mean, boxing legends Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather Jr. They've scheduled an exhibition bout next year. That's 2026 in Africa. It will happen in Africa, but the location is yet to be determined.
I'm sure it will be South Africa.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it will be South Africa. I'm pretty sure it will be South Africa.
You see.
But are you excited about that bout?
Oh, well, I mean, these are two people that I've admired throughout my years.
Yes.
Tyson, I was 14, 15 when I first heard of him breaking onto the scene. Yeah, and then he evolved into this amazing monster in the ring, and then he had his challenges, then he had his prison things, and then he came back, and so I've seen the different
and he still holds the record as the youngest heavyweight champion ever.
They've met before, right? What's the
I mean, this is an exhibition bout, and these days
isn't that I
don't think so, because Mayweather is rich. Mayweather is rich. Tyson has
his own issues.
He's solid. These days he's solid because he had sorry to say, he has his marijuana company. And
why are you sorry to say?
Well, because it's not legal in Ghana.
No,
you're referencing someone else out there.
Well, I'm in Ghana, so he has a marijuana business and he's doing quite well in the United States. And last year he fought against Jake Paul, and he walked away with $20 million. So he's solid. Like, forget what you hear about Mike Tyson going broke and all. Like he's good. Mike Tyson is good.
Okay.
So
I remember my auntie went to show me his house in Atlanta. My goodness.
Yeah, Mike Tyson. Yeah, he's good. So he's not as rich as he was, but he's good. He's good.
And the decision making too is different now.
Yes,
so
yes.
He has people in place. He has finance people, other people who are handling the money as opposed to.
I guess when he got it, he was young and exuberant.
Back in the day, when he rose to fame, he had a group of people that guided him every step of the way. Costamado and company.
When Costamado died,
his trainer died, and that's when he went off the rails. That's when he went off the rails and was getting into trouble and all of that. And speaking of trouble, South Africa, the 2025 AFCON, they've qualified, they'll compete in it. They are in Group B, they'll play against the likes of Angola and Zimbabwe. And their head coach, that's Hugo Broos, the man you see on your screen. He is in hot waters because apparently he's not happy with the choice of or the decision of one of their defenders. That's Mbelekezi Mbokazi. He moved from Orlando Pirates in the South African League to Chicago Fire in the MLS in the United States. And Hugo Broos is not pleased with it because he is questioning the timing of the move just before the AFCON.
Right.
And he's also questioned the timing of the move because you're about to play the AFCON. South Africa have qualified to the World Cup. You are one of the highly rated youngsters in the team. You are 20 years old. You're a top level defender. Why would you go to the MLS? Just stick around for 6 months, go to the World Cup, go to the AFCON, shine there, then you get better offers and move to better teams. And on top of that, Mbokazi reported to camp late because of the deal. He went over to sign the deal and reported to camp late. And at a press conference, Hugo Broos, who is white, said that when he leaves the room, he's a black guy, but when he leaves the room with me, he'll be a white guy.
That's racist.
That's racist. And yeah, you know, South Africa, racism is very, very sensitive, and it has caused the whole
everywhere.
Everywhere, but especially in South Africa, where the apartheid.
Yeah, they've been through a lot.
Bro, like right now, it's all hell. Hell has broken loose in South Africa, and there's the potential to even break up the team because right now it's like the players who are all black are against the coach, and to the point that even a political party.
Where's the coach from?
The coach, he's from Belgium, Hugo Broos. He coached Cameroon in the 2017 AFCON, and he led Cameroon to win the cup.
Yeah.
And to the point that United Democratic Movement, which is a political party in South Africa, they are part of the coalition government in South Africa. They've even reported him to the South African Human Rights Commission, and they've requested for an investigation. And look, they are just blasting him. And on top of that, just yesterday, the South African sports minister says he's waiting for the response of Hugo Broos before he comments on this issue. So yeah, so that's why it hurts me. That's why it hurts me that Ghana won't go to the AFCON because Cameroon is in turmoil. You know what's happening with Samuel Eto'o and his people.
So this could have been a year.
Oh yeah, it could have been a year. Nigeria has its issues. South Africa now have their issues. Morocco's best player is still injured, Ashraf Hakimi. We don't know how good he will be in the AFCON. Like, it could have been a year.
With this team.
Oh, it could have been a year. But at the end of the day, this was happening in South Africa. That's a quick update. And speaking of updates, Lionel Messi today he will start his GOAT tour, the greatest of all time tour, in India. It's a 3-day event, and it will be taking place in India. He will visit cities in India, Hyderabad, Kolkata. Those places, and so that's the bits on Lionel Messi. He will commission he'll not commission. He will unveil a statue, a 70-foot statue that has been built in his honor in India, in Kolkata. And yes, like I said, it started this morning at 5 a.m. and it's a 3-day event. He's accompanied on the trip by his teammates at Inter Miami. That's Rodrigo De Paul and Luis Suarez. And so that's the bit on Lionel Messi.
Which of the Suarez's?
Luis Suarez, the Uruguay one, the guy who caused us a lot of things.
His name on my
So that's the lowdown on Lionel Messi. Yes, he's the greatest of all time. I mean, he led Inter Miami to win the MLS Cup for the first time. They had never reached that level. And on top of that, he ended up winning the top goal scorer award in the MLS, and he won the MVP award. It's great to have two Liverpool fans.
When it comes to Suarez, I'm conflicted because he was one of the great Liverpool players too.
Oh true. Speaking of Liverpool, you're Liverpool fan. Are you Team Slot or Team Mohamed Salah?
Oh my goodness.
Why do I have to choose?
Oh
Oh, but you have to choose.
You want me to choose? I'm not choosing. I'm team both.
Right now, there's a civil war.
There's no civil war. It's people like you are doing agenda. There's no civil war.
Oh, the team was thrown him out of the bus.
Give us today's pictures quickly before we go.
Okay, so there's the highlight ones. There's Chelsea versus Everton, and then there is that big game between Liverpool and Brighton and Hove Albion. And so we'll see. And the update is that yes, Liverpool have included Mohamed Salah in the squad, but whether he plays as a starter or not, we'll get to see. So kindly join us on Republic of Football at 2 p.m. on City FM and on Channel 1 TV for all the lowdown on that bit.
All right, y'all. Thank you so much for joining us, and that's our show for you. We'll definitely be back on your screens bright and early for Sunday breakfast tomorrow, 7 a.m. I'm Inu Safo.
And I'm David Kwekusechi.
Bye.
Take care.
Meet James. James has been searching for happiness for years. So we asked locals to point him to the source of their happiness.